This is Dan.
Hey, Dan, it's John Grimm.
John, how you doing?
I'm whooped, but...
Oh, yeah? Long day at work?
Yeah, I've been putting in a lot of hours. I mean, I'm having fun, but it's just, I seem to hit a wall around this time, so...
Oh, yeah. No, I hear you. Well, I'll try to keep it short and simple. I've been having to do a bigger pitch to most people I talk to, but I think that you're the kind of guy that I can probably give you the short version. Long story short, we want to take over the Democrat Party. They only have currently 21 out of 70 precincts filled.
I was wondering, when you said that, I was thinking, I bet that's what the plan is. So how are the new precincts split up? Because all the redistricting, didn't that just get finished?
Yeah, but I've got the maps, and there's a group of us working on this. And I know it was tried in 2014 and was actually decently close with a much smaller effort. And this time, I think we're going to do it. I've got all the tools and the right people, and we already have like 25 people committed to do it. And we're going to do a bum rush on Thursday and Friday so that our people are on the ballot and theirs aren't. And then they're going to have to spend the next 2 weeks scrambling up.
When's the cutoff date for the filing?
So the cutoff for being on the ballot, like your name printed, is Friday.
Wait, is it that? Hold on, let me pull a calendar here.
The 11th.
For some reason I was thinking it was later, but...
No,
that's right, the 11th.
Yeah, so that's to be on the ballot, and then there's 2 weeks to the 25th that you can still file, but it's just but only as a write-in. So your name won't be on the ballot, and you're going to have to campaign and tell people, write me in, right?
Yeah.
And so basically, this is going to accomplish two things. Number one, regardless of what happens, we accomplish forcing the Democrats, the liberals here, to stay in their lane. We force them to spend a ton of time, money, and volunteer resources. We're going to be forcing them to spend a lot of time, money, and resources to scramble up write-in candidates over the next 2 weeks, and then spend the next couple months trying to spend a bunch of time, money, and resources reaching out to their voters saying, don't fill in the bubble for the person on the ballot. Instead, we need you to write this name in.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Right? So that's right. That's why we're doing it like we are, so that we can have our people on the ballot, and then they won't. They have, like I said, currently only 21 precincts filled. Of those, 16 of those people are over 70. So I really don't think that they're going to register 21. They've only got 6 registered right now, and one of ours has already registered as well. So there's 7 total Democrat precinct committee races registered for, and one of those is ours already. We have 25 people already on board.
Where's
We're trying to get to 40. What?
Are the new precinct maps published?
Yeah, they're on the KCGov elections website. If you go to...
Yeah, I was looking, but so that's the ones that show, like, it's not precinct 1 through 70 anymore, that's 313, 314, stuff like that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, let me see, voter precinct.
So I was going to say, if we can figure out what precinct you're in.
And that's what I was wondering, because I don't even know which one I'm in now. I was in, I think, Mike Cowan, which is 14, but they seem to have changed the individual precinct maps. Let's see.
So that would be Greg McKenzie's.
I didn't know Greg lived up by me.
He just moved up there a few months ago.
Oh, okay.
And Mike Cowan resigned from the KCRCC, and then Greg took his spot.
Why did Mike resign?
His dad He was having health issues.
Oh, that's
and
good.
Spend more time with his dad. Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like I'm in 313.
So you're up 313. Oh, that's big. You're up.
Yeah.
You're out. You're sure you're in 313?
Yeah. Yeah, we're on Rimrock, north of Lancaster.
Okay. So we still need someone for 313 if you're
Now, but where is the? Because I haven't been able to see, like, even you guys have the thing posted. It's still the old. Are the new what am I trying to say? Like, how would I know that 313 is empty? Is that list somewhere?
For the Democrats?
Or
so they don't. Nobody has registered in 313 yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm as of last night.
I guess what I'm more curious about is if you were, like, say for instance, Mike Towan, he lived in what's now 312. So if what happened when they redrew it? How did they decide who got the seat?
Oh, well, that's the Republican. Every 2 years during the primary, is these precinct committee races reset the parties.
Oh, okay. So these new districts haven't taken effect yet.
No. They don't take effect.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. They'll take effect as basically May 18th is when they take effect.
Gotcha. Okay.
The day after the election. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have anybody? This is a side thing. Nobody's having to run against each other, are they?
No. I mean, if we end up with two running on the Democrat as Democrats,
it doesn't matter.
So be it. It doesn't matter. It's a win-win. Yeah. Right. And so this is what's great, right? The Republicans have a closed primary. So the only Republican votes we're actually losing are those that would be part of this plan. In terms of votes, we don't need, because the Democrats have an open primary, I have the Idaho GOP software, and I'm going to go through and basically pull out every single Constitution Party member and then every unaffiliated voter that voted for Trump, and we're going to tell them, hey, we need you, since you guys can't vote in the Republican primary because the Republican primary is closed, but the Democrats is open, I'm going to tell them, hey, you guys need to, or basically we have a couple call campaigns where we're going to call these voters and say, hey, if you want to vote in the primary and take out the liberals, request a Democrat ballot and vote for our people for precinct committee. So we don't even need to try to convince any Democrat voters to vote for us or have anyone cross over. We just need to go get the Constitutional Party people, the Libertarian Party, like all the registered Libertarians and Constitution parties, and then all unaffiliateds that voted for Trump. And I have that data. So I can call those people. So
where are you now? I've just realized you're 509 area code.
Yeah, I've had the same phone forever. I live in Coeur d'Alene.
Oh, okay. I got you. Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, would love to get you on the roster if you're open to it. I mean, we're gonna hit 30 probably by tomorrow, maybe even by tonight.
Smokes.
And I think we can hit 40.
You said this was tried once in 2014. I don't remember seeing that in the news, but. I mean,
Well, back then, nobody cared back then. It ended up being the final numbers in 2014. We had 11 Patriots run as Democrats we had 12 Patriots run as Democrats and 11 Democrats run as Democrats. And the Democrats were able to, I think only like 4 had registered, like actual Democrats. And then once the roster came out after the filing period closed to be on the ballot, the same thing was going to happen this time. They looked at it and went, oh shit, there's a bunch of conservatives running as Democrats. So then they scrambled up write-in candidates and ended up with 11 total. And they were and then all the guys that had done that at that point, they took their foot off the gas. And the Democrats spent like a couple months communicating to all their voters, hey, you need to write this person and you need to write this person in. And they ended up winning barely.
Oh, they had enough. They focused on enough of the write-ins. Okay.
And they specifically went for write-ins in the precincts where the Patriots were running as Democrats, and so that they could have a challenger. And so they went, and then they won, like their races were like 10-7 and 12-9, like how they won. So and they did zero effort. So that's why I'm saying I know we can do this.
Well,
because
do you have enough people like for the phone things and all that? Who all's working on it? It sounds like
we've got a group of at least 6 right now, and I bet we can recruit more for this.
And this is all. They're all Central Committee people?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, most of them are not, in fact. So.
Wait. No, I misspoke about the organizers on this.
No, it's me and a couple guys. One of them's on the Central Committee, but the others are not.
I gotcha. Okay.
So
I'm wondering how this is going to look. Is anyone? What are the repercussions?
Oh, who cares? They're going to attack. This is going to be national. If we pull this off, this will be national news, and it'll probably be national news before we pull it off. They're going to come after us hard. But the brilliant thing is do you know Dave Riley?
That name is familiar.
He's the one who ran for Post Falls School Board in November. He lost, but there was a national media campaign smearing him and calling him an anti-Semite.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Right. So he's doing it, and he would be the chair.
They would make him.
We would vote. The people that do this, the plan is to vote Dave in as the chair of the Democrat Party. So the guy that they call racist, anti-Semitic, Holocaust denier, Dave, that same guy would be the chair of the Kootenai Democrat Party. So they're going to attack. They don't have the time or resources to attack 30 or 40 people. They're going to go after low-hanging fruit. They're going to go after Dave, and they're going to go after Brent Regan.
Yeah.
So,
is Brent prepared for this?
Oh yeah, Brent's totally on board.
Okay.
He's not involved because he can't be really, but he's totally on board.
Why can't he be?
Well, because he's got to worry about winning the chairmanship of the Republican Party again.
Oh, okay. He's got his own thing to deal with. Okay. Oh,
yeah, he's got to make sure he stays the chair and keeps everything he's built.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just because it's gonna bring down a ton of heat, I would imagine. I just hope he's ready for it.
Oh, Brent gets attacked by the national media all the time. He doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, no. So this is the team that can do it. We're going to keep our foot on the gas pedal and go get voters and make it happen. That's why, like I said, I'm confident we can pull it off with 30.
Oh, no kidding. I mean, just the numbers. You said they've only got 21 out of, is it still 70 seats or?
It's up to 73 now. There's going to be 73 now. But, yeah, I mean, there's no way that all 21 of those are going to register. There's no way.
No way,
One of those guys is 88 years old. Like, 16 out of 21 are over 70. There's just no way they're all going to register. There's no way. So I'm thinking they're probably going to come in around 15. And
does it ever, when you say they're 88 and 70, I think, how is it anyone with that kind of life experience would be a Democrat? Obviously, maybe they grew up wealthy or something handed to them. I never can understand that.
I don't know, but the all I know is that we have the team to do it, and I am 95% confident at this point that we're going to do it because we've already got 20. We've already got 25.
Yeah.
So if we can get to 40, I think it's game over.
Okay, so one thing I told my wife is I would make sure I ran stuff by her, you know, if I was going to get involved in any political stuff. But how far do you plan on taking this after the election and voting? And who is, you know, Dave Riley is going to be the chair?
Right. So this is the great part. It's such a low commitment from you. I mean, if you wanted to help campaign for yourself, you could, but you don't need to. We already have the call teams, like I told you. So we're basically going to the strategy, and this was actually from Brent himself. The strategy is to vote Dave Riley in as the chair, and then Dave Riley, someone make a motion that Dave Riley can spend the money, and we'll take whoever is willing to stay a Democrat for a couple of years, because it really doesn't matter.
I got to tell you, that's the most distasteful part of this thing.
Right, totally.
Yeah, no, I get it. Anyway, so
it doesn't matter because the next primary is not for 2 years.
Yeah, no, I got you.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But anyway, so let's just say we have like the executive board will basically vote in Dave and the executive board, and then Dave is the one as the chairman who calls meetings, and so there won't be another meeting for 2 years. And
what were you saying about the money?
So the executive board can vote to spend the money. So he can just spend the money, and then he's going to revamp their website, and he's going to take donations and spend that on conservative causes, and then also we'll control all of their communications. We'll control their website, their blog, their social media, all of it.
Oh man, you have thought this out. And
I'm telling you, and so like I said,
that was Brent's plan to take over the social media and everything. Wow.
Huh?
That was Brent with the social media plan.
No, that was actually Dave himself.
Oh, okay.
But it's perfect. Like,
yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Dave's already like really, really brilliant at social media. So like, it makes total sense that he would do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, and then like I said, worst case, like no matter what, they have to spend. They're not going to be able to spend those resources helping their rhino candidates that are fake Republicans. They're going to have to spend.
Yeah, isn't there one running against Tony?
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So anyway, so basically, they're gonna lose all those resources that would be spent hurting. Real conservatives, and they're going to have to spend all those resources trying to keep their own party. And then on top of that, so that happens regardless. And then if we do pull this off, then the main thing that's going to happen here that I think is the biggest power move we could do right now, even more so than like winning a bunch of legislative seats, because the truth is across the state, we're not going to win the legislature. Not this time. We're just not there yet. But locally, we can scatter the freaking cockroaches because the Democrat Party shields a lot of these local companies and organizations who are playing both sides. And it's the Democrat Party that shields them from the public from knowing that these companies and organizations here are actually supporting liberals. And so we're going to having control.
I'm not following you. The Democrat Party shields them how? And which corporations?
We don't know all of them, right? There's a lot of them that pretend to be for Republicans, but they're actually not. And they'll donate money to some of our patriot candidates, but in the background, they're helping out. Liberals. And so they won't be able to they won't have that protective layer anymore. You know what I mean? They won't have the Democrat Party and Evan Koch to like attack and like distract from what they're doing.
Oh, I figured. Are you talking about monetary donations? Because that should all be above board.
No. I'm not just monetary. And there's volunteer support and just all of it. Some of it's monetary. I mean, I know that they're cheating on their reporting. There's no way that they're reporting everything accurately. They lie. They lie about everything. There's no way that they're being honest with their financials. So,
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So
I agree with that. They're lying on the financials for sure. Yeah.
So that's why, like I said, this is a win-win no matter what. And if we can actually pull it off, we will be able to expose all these companies and orgs, and we can start picking them off one by one over the next 2 years and boycotting them and attacking. And it's time to go on the offense. We've been on
but who do you suspect these
way
companies
too long.
are? Are they? I mean, what? I as a business owner, I'm trying to think how I would want to support somebody and not be open about it.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I don't really follow you. How if a company is donating to a Patriot candidate but secretly helping the Democrats.
Right, like it could be something like, here's a great example, okay? Like in this last election, there was all of a sudden these random nonpartisan groups that popped up, right? Doctors, kootenai doctors and kootenai citizens for experienced officials, right? Experienced, whatever. These, and obviously, like to those hardcore patriots of us, we know, right? But we're not the average voter. The average voter, even here, even the ones that vote with us, are uninformed. So they had all these what they called like fake third-party nonpartisan groups that were in reality being funded by Jim Hammond and Mayor Widmeyer and like all these other people that are registered Republicans but aren't being Republicans. And and we had another great example is both Jim Hammond and Chris Filios are on video thanking the Democrats for helping them win. And it's like, we don't know, like what all did they do for Chris Filios? We don't even know. We just know that they helped. And here's another thing, like the Democrats put out their sample ballot, like the KCRCC.
Yeah.
In November. Every single one of the people they endorsed are registered Republicans.
What?
Every single one that they endorsed on their list in November are registered Republicans.
How is that? Because they didn't have anybody on their own party? Well, I don't understand that.
Well, that's because all the city races are all nonpartisan.
Yeah. Okay. So it was just the city. I mean, what did they do for the county races and stuff?
Well, they're helping rhinos. That's my whole thing. Like Chris Filios, he's a registered Republican.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's on video thanking the Democrats for helping him win.
Yeah.
Right. And he's in a partisan race. So that's just proof that they're not real Republicans.
Yeah.
And so just because like he's thanking them because of all their efforts, and we don't even know all their efforts. We just know that they helped him because he's stupid and someone leaked the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, hold on. Give me.
The dishonesty is the problem, right?
That's the whole thing. And there's nothing dishonest here. We're not hiding. We're just being strategic. Well, give me 30 seconds, John.
Say again?
Give me 30 seconds.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
I've got my daughter, my 2.5-year-old is napping, and she's sleeping on my wife, and so I had to take my wife some food and some water. She got hot. So anyway, yeah. So this is the plan, and I would love if you would be a part of it.
Okay, let me talk to Sarah, and time is of the essence. I see that. So.
Yeah, I mean, like ideally, we'd have you go in Friday. I mean,
yeah.
Thursday is acceptable, but we really want as many as possible to go in Friday.
Yeah. Are you going to have? Well, I'm wondering. How's this going to, well, it'll make the news right away, I guess, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're going to know either, depending on when the person at the clerk's office fills it all out, they're either going to know Wednesday night or, Friday night or Monday morning. So as soon as they figure it out, I can guarantee you there will be a press article within 48 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe even, probably sooner.
Probably sooner, I would guess. Whatever their big news day is, yeah.
So yeah, the roster is, I'm so excited. I mean, Dave Riley, John Malloy, I don't know if you know him.
I know John Malloy well. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that went for it in 2014.
Yeah.
I would encourage you to talk to him about it because he's one of the main people in the group getting it done this time, and I think he'll tell you that this time we have a much stronger effort than they did in 2014, and I think we can actually pull it off this time. So we've got him. Do you know a Dale Herbold?
No, this name's not familiar at all.
Nina Beasley?
Yes, I'm trying to think. Who is that? That is...
She's the volunteer coordinator for the KCRCC.
She just win something, though?
No.
Okay.
So I'm making my wife do it. I'm that kind of husband, I would do it, but if I do it, then I can't be on the KCRCC anymore. And I've got this long-term vision and plan that's going to come together over the summer. And I'm going to build this youth army, and we're going to do some major registration blitzes. We're going to do some major, absentee ballot blitzes. We're going to try to sign up as many elderly folks as possible on absentee, and then we're going to I have a ballot harvest plan.
Yeah.
Ballot harvesting is legal in this state, and literally have this youth army go around and, 1, pick up ballots on election day, absentee ballots, and 2, actually pick people up and drive them to the polls.
Yeah.
So my goal is to get this army of volunteers up to close to 100 if possible by November, so that we can just sweep as much as possible. So it's not going to be ready by May, so that's why I need to get voted back in to the youth position so I can keep working on this. So, and I don't think there's going to be any challengers, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, people are pretty happy with me so far, so I think that they'll vote me back in. But otherwise, I would be doing it. I mean,
yeah.
So.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Good deal. Well, let me talk to her, and I will get back with you. Let's see. What's today? Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday, yeah.
Just as soon as I can.
Okay, so tomorrow.
Tomorrow or the next day, yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Cool, yeah. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. And then, like I said, if you're friends with John Malloy, reach out to him and pick his brain about it. And I'm sure he'll have a different perspective as well. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks. Thanks for including me.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, John.
All right, talk later. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.